My soul bows to you. Namaskar. Namaskar everyone, and welcome to day 9 of our 21-day meditation series. This series is geared towards total wellness. In this week, we are going to look at mastering the energies in the inner space. But before we can even begin to do that, there are some qualities and skills that we need to develop. Otherwise, we cannot progress in meditation. So this is extremely important to look at. The first and perhaps most important quality that we need to develop when we want to master anything is having a strong desire in our consciousness for what we want to achieve. That is a tremendously powerful motivator. How strong is your desire to go deeper into meditation? How strong is your desire to open up your consciousness more? How strong is your desire to stay more conscious of every level of being in your multidimensionality? How strong is your desire to master the energies at every level? How strong is your desire? When your desire becomes very strong, you will have one pointed attention. Nothing can distract you. You'll be able to detach from all the things that are distracting. So we need to observe our desire to achieve more consciousness, more awareness of the energies that feature in our consciousness, and the desire to master those energies. How do you develop a desire? By giving attention to it, seeing why you want to develop this desire, seeing it very clearly, and keeping that in your mind on a continuous basis, and associating with those people who have that quality that you want to develop, and feeding your mind the kind of diet of thoughts that will help you to strengthen that desire and detach from everything else that is distracting. So in your every meditation, you should have this intense desire to want to become more conscious. To want to become more aware of every energy experience in your consciousness, to be able to see it clearly, and to want to master the energies. So desire is extremely important. When your desire is strong, you develop detachment from everything that is distracting very easily. So you need to have this quality of detachment, letting go of the things that are distracting. Really being able to see them clearly and being able to detach from them. So detachment from that which is distracting is important. And to decide what is distracting and what is not, to see your desire clearly, and to observe the strength of your desire, you need discriminating power. You need the intelligence of the mind to be able to see clearly where you want to go, what the distractions are, and how to stay one-pointedly focused. So discriminating power is important. So in every meditation, you need to be able to be discriminating, to see how you're straying, to see how your attention is going away, and being able to pull it back, to be able to see where the weaknesses within your being are, and being able to stay focused on them and transform them. So you need that degree of discriminating intelligence. So that alertness is required. That intelligence is required. And then I'm going to add a fourth one, and that's discipline. If you want to learn something, if you want to transform weaknesses into strength, if you want to stay more conscious, then you need a discipline of protecting yourself from indisciplined ways. Discipline is a protection. It holds you in focus on your objective. And it helps you to reprogram your brain and nervous system that you can be supported by the physical body. You need the consistency of doing. So there we have 4 Ds that are important in developing the qualities and skills that are required for your meditation. So this is important to remember in every meditation. Strong desire, detachment, discrimination, and discipline. Now the most important thing on the meditation journey and on life's journey on the whole is developing continuously more consciousness around anything you're doing, to be able to see more. Every time you meditate, you should strive to be more conscious of everything you're doing, all the insights that are happening, all the experiences that you are having. You need to develop more consciousness so you can see clearly the roadmap. You can see clearly the level of your practices. More consciousness, more consciousness. What more consciousness does, it brings you into a higher level of seeing, perception. And you need that in any journey of learning. So in every meditation, strive to be more conscious and just observe how the tamasic quality of life, the veiling quality of life, tends to keep you or keep your consciousness down. So you need to strive always for more consciousness. And that's using the rajasic power that is there in our nature, that power to do, to be active. We need focusing power, that's attention. I spoke about that before. So in that more consciousness you're developing, we need focused attention on what you're doing. And I spoke about this brow center in the consciousness. It's called the Ajna Chakra. It's in the subtle body. The moment you begin to feel the power of that, the mind begins to have greater focus. So you need to be dedicated to the opening of this Ajna center. And you need grounding consciousness in the body, because your subtle body is driving the physical body. physical body is a gross body. Without the driver of the subtle body, it cannot do anything. So you need to ground in the physical. If you want to fill a glass of water, you need to hold the glass firmly and then open the tap for the water to come into the glass. The glass needs to be held firmly if you want to fill it. So too, you're using your body. You need to ground in it strongly if you are to drive the energies through it. So grounding power at the perineum area, that's the root chakra in your subtle body. That's important to really hold strongly. So you need to mentally ground and you need to physically ground. And then you can work on all the energies in between, as I've described before. This is how I have learned. Of course, there is more to be said, but I want you to give attention to this in our meditation today. Let's develop more consciousness. Let's be one-pointed in focus. Let's be able to ground in the mental space and in the physical space strongly, that our meditation will be fruitful. Meditation is an exciting journey of uncovering your true self, your powerful and divine self. And then manifesting the most beautiful qualities from that space within you into the human experience. Integrating that divine part of you with the human part of you. That is the journey in this meditation series. Bring the power of your divine nature into the human experience. So join me in today's meditation as we look at these qualities and skills that are required on the meditation journey and learning how to develop them strongly. So let's begin with the power of attention, bringing your attention into the present moment. Come into the here and now. No thoughts of the past or the future, just completely conscious of the now and with what is. Give attention to your physical being and physical senses. You're continuously being driven in this human experience through the body. So give attention to the totality of the human experience. By taking your attention to the body. And now, take your consciousness to the root center. That's in the perineum area. And as you breathe out, breathe down the center line of the body. Ujjayi, right down to the perineum. And holding the perineum muscularly to the extent that it's comfortable to you, you breathe in. Let's hold it for a moment, that you can really feel the grounding in that root center, and then breathe out slowly. So keep on doing that, just breathing down to the perineum area. Contracting the perineum as you breathe in. Holding for as long as comfortable. and then breathing out. You'll find that you are more grounded in the physical body, and the sense of smell is more heightened, and your connection to the earth is stronger. Maintain that awareness. It's like holding the glass to fill the water. You need the strength of holding the body. With your attention and with your intention to stay grounded. Now as you breathe, give attention to the brow center. Ending the breath as you breathe in, right up to the back of the neck at the medulla point. Going across into the brain into a third eye focus. So that's mental grounding. So begin to use these two polar points, these two main points, and then the spinal column is in between. So by breathing in along the spinal column and breathing down the front of the body, you are magnetizing, energizing the spinal column. Keep the tip of the tongue on the palate. This is how you complete the energy circuit. So just breathing down the front line of the body, down to the root, and breathing in along the spinal column to the back of the neck, and into the brain. Remember, when you push the breath down, you feel more grounding power. When you push the breath down, and then hold firmly at the perineum as you breathe in, you'll feel more grounded in the body. You need to push the breath down. And then draw the breath in, going up along the spine. So here you are energizing the spine pranically, with subtle energy. This has a pacifying effect on the mind and a grounding effect on the body. Now learn to use the breath effectively, which means gentle breathing, rhythmic breathing, focused awareness, conscious breathing. Just stay with those 2 points so you can ground firmly. And now begin to become conscious of the heart area, the center of the chest, as you breathe up the spinal column. Open the chest to breathe. This brings you in touch with the Anahata Chakra, heart chakra, and the sense of touch, and the quality of feeling in your being. Feeling and touch are associated. So this is the center of emotion. So you want to give attention just to harmonious being, loving being. So from your grounding in the body, you're breathing and grounding into the heart area as you go up. Finally ending the breath at the back of the neck, center of the eyebrows, before you breathe down. Give liberty to the hands. They're connected to the heart and to the sense of touch. And begin to observe the energy that flows into the palms. So you're building more consciousness here of spinal column, of root center and its effect, of mental center in the brain, and now emotional awareness. You're building more awareness. Stay focused. Stay disciplined in what you're doing. And avoid all distractions. What the breath does, it brings prana or life force into your body. And there's a recharging of the brain and nervous system as you do this. So you're just using 3 chakra points at the moment: the root, the heart, and the brow. So you're grounding in the physical, you're grounding in the emotional, and you're grounding in the mental. Staying fully in the present moment. Basic meditation training for well-being. Keep with a rhythmic breath. And stay conscious of the heart. The goal will be to continue to expand your awareness. Now, in the learning experience, there should always be curiosity. As to what will happen when you open up the consciousness more. And there must be openness to new experiences, which means moving away from conditioned thinking and expectations to the novelty of new experiences. Childlike curiosity in the learning process. Opening up the heart and looking with curiosity at how the emotions are flowing and the impact it's having in the physical body. Centering the root chakra and observing with curiosity how it sharpens the sense of smell and grounding in the earth consciousness. Observe with curiosity and excitement of learning. And observe the mental space. Moving away from any distractions and breathing with focus on the third eye and back of the neck, that you can energize the brain cells. Stay in the discipline of present moment awareness. Stay in the discipline of the rhythm of the breath. Stay in the discipline of grounding. And this is how you begin to master the process. But you need discipline. You need focused awareness. You need developing more consciousness. You need childlike curiosity and the passion for learning. Observe any new feature that's happening in the consciousness and mentally note it. Observe any weakness that you see without judgment and take a mental note of it. here you sharpen your discriminating power, staying completely one-pointed in focus in the present moment, detached from every distraction. And let's just take a moment to observe the Sacral Chakra. It brings a powerful vitality into the human experience. As you breathe into the root, give attention to that sacral point. Just above the sexual area. And breathe into that, taking that energy to the heart. And then to the brow. And breathe down once again to the root. So you're bringing now a fourth chakra into the space. Observe carefully what it does. Even if you do not feel anything, stay with the practice. Because making a shift in consciousness comes gradually. For some of us, and more quickly for others. Now just enjoy a few moments of this. It's beautiful, isn't it? This is tapping into your divine being. Now you can see the engineering process that is required. You're powerfully using attention and intention in an expanded field of consciousness. So now let's take a moment to harmonize with the outer space. Welcoming the human experience from the subtle level of being and welcoming a new day. Let's give attention to the senses. Physical senses. Smelling at the root consciousness. Tasting at the sacral. Seeing at the navel. Touching at the heart. Hearing at the throat. From these centers, let's sharpen that power to sense. The power to sense is in the subtle body, not the gross. The sense organs are in the physical body. So as you connect to the throat, hearing and the element of space. Heart, touch, and the element of air. Navel, seeing and the element of fire. Sacral, tasting and the element of water. Root, smelling and the element of earth. So your consciousness now is open to a harmonious relationship with the elements within the body, powered up by the senses. And look at the body's connection now with nature around you. It's breathing from the atmosphere. It's warmed by the sun. It is an experience of water, moisture in the atmosphere. It has the experience of space and the earth that's beneath you. And now observe that you are centered in your infinite being. The goal is to expand the consciousness. To the experience of infinite being. So welcome your new day. Centered in that divine space within you. Grounded in the body and in a harmonious relationship with the world around you. You're ready for a new day. Let's use the power of intention and affirmation to create this intention very powerfully in the consciousness. I center my consciousness in the source of my being, that source of infinite peace, love, goodness, wisdom, and vitality. I stay centered there, that my every thought, word, and action in this day are a blessing to my world. I give thanks for all the blessings I've received, and I pray to continue to be worthy. Om. Peace, peace, peace. Namaskar everyone, and welcome to a new day. I hope that you've really listened and observed in this session today. Here I'm sharing with you the important elements of a meditation practice and the skills that you need to develop and the qualities that you need to have. Remember, there are no free lunches. It is our hard work and discipline that brings the grace. So you need to do the work. So if every day you submit to this practice, it grows in you. You reprogram the brain and nervous system, the body becomes supportive. But if you stay out of practice, then you go back to normal ways of scattered mind, fluctuating emotions, stressful living. And certainly not the well-being you'd want to have. So take these practices seriously. I'm devoted to sharing these with you and staying with you through the practice. And observe the marvelous benefits you will have. This is how I have learned. This is how I have grown. And this is my passion, to live in wholeness and wellness. Not just striving for enlightenment and isolating from the world, but now opening up the consciousness and integrating with the world. That has always been my journey. So I want to thank you for joining in today. It's a marvelous day for practice. It's Sunday. And the energies on a Sunday are always more calming and conducive to deeper practices. Thank you, everyone. Have a blessed day. Namaskar.